It's a great event, really enjoying the event so far. We have, it's a wonderful place where you bring together the full community of smart cities between the cities, governments, industry and academia. So all critical stakeholders being brought together, sharing their learnings, their research and their successes. So it is a fabulous opportunity to baseline our thinking and really get an opportunity to share. So the collaboration across the smart city community is wonderful, and this is a great place where that happens. These are one of the key things. There's been some wonderful concepts this morning where some cities are talking about their critical successes between the city of Porto and the city of Amsterdam. We're talking about what they have evolved to become, and that's another key thing, is that we're no longer talking about the imaginary future. We're talking about the reality today, and perfecting that and making it much more commonplace across lots of different types of cities. Porto showed how they have created the city as a brain, the centre of operations, and how to build on that and expand upon that. So the foundations essentially of smart city have actually been laid in a lot of different cities. So for a city who is maybe starting out on their journey, they can come to this event, look to see what other cities are doing, and learn from that. Get the architectural foundations of a smart city in place and learn from what has happened before. Another big concept which I particularly enjoyed is the extension of the notion of smart cities to smart communities. So embracing the rural communities. There were people here who represented the agricultural community, and through collaboration they had recognised that really there are an awful lot of common themes and challenges that are embarked upon from a city perspective and from a rural agricultural perspective. So our commentator mentioned, yes, communities are run by real people, right? There are real people, real families, real children who need to be educated, real healthcare that needs to be provided in a rural setting. So the challenges of the city are the same as the challenges of the rural, but they're also different. There are also exponential differences in that need to be managed. And a key identification was that if you can grow the number of devices, grow the number of services, then it becomes economically viable to run smart agriculture, to run smart local communities, where you don't need to have the massive volumes of people that you will have in the big urban areas, and then that's how you get digitisation to the rural communities. So another really strong concept there. And given my background, I'm TM Forum, I'm the head of ecosystems at TM Forum, and we've been focused on interoperability for quite a while, right? We have a lot of different assets that we bring to the market, but one of the things I have led personally was the whole series of APIs to enable essential minimum interoperability of services. So service agnostic, technology agnostic, meaning that these APIs can be applied to any different types of service. Now that's been a huge theme here today, how not to dictate an entire design, but how to ensure interoperability by definition of the minimum essential requirements for interoperability. So that reinforcement of that notion of minimum essential interoperability has been a very strong theme of today, and that fits directly and exactly with what we do at the forum. So really good fit, very enjoyable event. The Smart City Frontrunner initiative is a next step on work that we have done previously with FIWARE and OASC. We've had many collaborations. We consider ourselves to be particularly collaborative because we know it's so important to be collaborative. when FIWARE was setting out on their journey, we contributed a whole series of APIs which made up the FIWARE business framework. If you're familiar with the background of TM Forum, we provide essentially the operational and business capabilities that are used by over 900 companies across the globe, right? So we have refactored that to be one, automated, two, to be service agnostic, meaning that we can expose these capabilities into any industry, and these are becoming the bedrock of interoperability across all ecosystems. So not just telecommunications operations, which is where they've evolved from and where they are well proven and deployed in over 70 countries, but now also beyond that into new types of services. And the initiative with FIWARE and OASC on the Frontrunner initiative is really to build on that foundation and go, okay, the next phase is about harmonization of data models and harmonization of the essential aspects of reference architectures for smart cities. So taking that foundation and going, right, we need to harmonize on our data models, either both from a core but also an extension capability, so that services can genuinely be managed end-to-end horizontally across an architecture, across a city, across whatever that is. So a given service would be harmonized across different types of services in a city. You might have a smart watering. You want that to integrate with air pollution data and things like this. So you need, in order to bring all this to life, data models need to be harmonized. TM Forum has a data model. Each API that we've built, over 54 APIs, has a data model. And similarly, other groups have worked on data models as well. And even though a lot of the schemas behind those data models are consistent, there still is an effort. And we do this as a service to the entire industry to ensure that the products and services that are developed by these companies and cities can interoperate with each other. And that's really the essence. It's this essentially utopian thing to aim for of seamless flowing of data, seamless moving of services across different types of boundaries, breaking down those silos of data, enabling then, of course, artificial intelligence to be applied to those banks of data. And then that's where you get into really, really interesting applications of machine learning and being able to create masses of improvements from efficiencies using AI and across their different types of services. So it's the foundation for the next level, breaking down silos of data, harmonizing data models, and harmonizing on reference architectures where it makes sense.